Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Spot ladder, playing under the Championship Battle rules, which are the equivalent rule set of the VGC 2017 season. So, hope you guys are all well and doing great, had a good weekend, enjoyed Friday's episode, School of Hard Knocks. We finished up surprisingly, we're 6-0 with the team at the minute, so we're going to continue on with that team today. Just to recap the team for you guys, if you haven't seen it already, we are running Hariyama, Flygon, Tapu Fini, Gigalith, Arcanine, and Nihilego. So, very fun team. Hopefully we can kind of continue on with the winning streak that we're on, but, you know, all good things need to come to an end at some point, so we'll see how we get on today. Hopefully we find some great opponents and just provide you guys with some great content, and that's why you're here. So over the weekend, I was in Birmingham. There was a regional. I was asked to cast of the weekend on the commentary team there with Jay, Sebi, and Marcus, and it was amazing. Had a really great time. Those guys are just phenomenal to work with. It's just absolutely amazing. If you guys haven't checked out the stream though, do go and watch it. The regional event championships was won by a UK player, Rachel Anand. So definitely go and check out her run. Big shout outs to Rachel as well. It was super amazing to see her take her first major tournament in her VGC career. She's had a lot of good finishes. She's a world competitor from previous years, countless of times, and she's played the circuit for as long as I've been playing the circuit, or as long as I remember anyway. So big props to Rachel. Definitely go check it out. I'll leave the description for the Twitch replays in the description below, so you can go and check out the whole event from both Saturday and Sunday. And other news, we had on Friday a team building, Team Leaky team building episode against Team Juice on Saturday. Team building episode was good. We had a really good plan. Just Team Juice kind of bopped us a little bit. So props to Team Juice. The match was amazing. If you haven't checked it out already, definitely go and watch it. It was a really good. I enjoyed the match. It was amazing to play. Bit unfortunate about the result, but I think it's a bit of a wake-up call for me and Hibiki to pull our fingers out a bit and really kind of get ground down with playing a bit better, preparing a bit better, and not underestimating our opponents and going with maybe sometimes the obvious answers for strategies and things like that. And we've got a big match this week against Team Cyberbaz, so Barry Anderson and Aaron Zhang as well. So this is going to be amazing, guys. Again, we're going to have the team building episode. It'll be over on Hibiki's channel this week, so catch that on Friday. And then the match itself will be on my channel on Saturday. So super excited for that. They were finalists in last year's NBL tournament, so it's not going to be an easy match by any means. Both very good players, so we need to start getting wins, and I think this is a really pivotal week for us to kind of turn things around and get those wins under our belt. So come and support Team Leaky. Make sure you check those videos out Friday and Saturday, and hopefully we get on alright. Other news as well. I know I'm going on a bit, guys, but you are all VGC players, I presume. So there is an international championships happening in Indianapolis in the United States in a few weeks' time. Now there is a really great group of guys headed up by Sam, Zelda VGC. You'll find him there on Twitter. I'll put his handle in the description below. Is organising a Indianapolis tournament, so an Indy challenge they're calling it. So it's for players to enter. It's an online tournament. Anyone can enter. There's a small entry fee. You go online on Saturday, this coming Saturday, and you can take part in a tournament to win a big cash prize to pay for potentially your flight over to compete in the Indianapolis Championships. So there'll be money on the line. There'll be a lot of amazing players taking part. The last two I have competed in. Or was it three? No, two. There was the Melbourne Challenge and the Sao Paulo Challenge. I finished third in the Sao Paulo Challenge last time, just missed out on that big prize money, which is a bit unfortunate, but these tournaments are set up and run flawlessly. They're amazing to take part in, and if anything else, it's just great practice for live events and things like that, and just to get a feel of how the competitive community kind of feels if you're not too familiar with it. So definitely go and register for that, take part in it, and all the best to you guys if you do. Again, I will leave the links for that tournament in the description with where you can go and sign up and all the information about when the tournament starts and things like that. But we'll leave it there, guys. I've rambled on enough, and we'll jump in to it. So we'll jump on the battle spot ladder, hopefully find an opponent pretty quickly, and get some good battles underway. We'll also be back tomorrow with Battle Spot Double Series, so expect that. Hopefully I'm trying to set up a match, a best of 3 game, so we might have that Thursday this week if we can get that arranged, but if not, it'll be very soon. If we can't get it arranged for this Thursday against Eloy, he's doing really well on the Battle Spot ladder. By all counts at the minute, I'm sure he's way over the 1800 mark in that ladder on the Global Link, so it's not going to be an easy match, and it'll be a really good showcase battle for you guys to see within that format with megas and all sorts like that. So if we can't set it up for Thursday, we'll just have another episode. We'll have a QR code series on Wednesday, and then we'll just continue around that with the School of Hard Knocks with this team for the rest of the week. So we have our first opponent of the day, and they are running a QR code team of Pelipper, Golduck, Tapu, Metagross, Tapu Koko, and Alolan Raichu. So straight away we've got a lot of threatening calls there. They're kind of 3 threatening calls all mashed up together, but I'm sure they do intermittently work with each other. So we have that rain call, Pelipper, Golduck, that we need to be careful of. The Tapu and the Metagross. Metagross benefiting from that Psychic Terrain from the Tapu, and then we've got that really offensive fast mode from another really offensive fast mode from the Tapu Koko and the Alolan Raichu with that Electric Terrain. So Tapu Fini going to be very good here to just disrupt those terrains, neuter the Metagross, and take the terrains away from the Tapu and Tapu Koko, as well as, you know, the speed from the Raichu, the Alolan Raichu, and it loves the rain as well. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I'm going to lead. Right. I do want Tapu Fini. I'm gonna lead Tapu Fini, Flygon. I'm gonna bring Nihilego, and I'm gonna bring Gigalith in the back, and I'm gonna lock in with them. I do want the Gigalith because of obviously the rain there. I'll have a nice option to bring the Sandstorm in with that Gigalith, get rid of the rain, and avoid any speed boosts from that Golduck. So let's see how we get on. Turn the music up slightly, and we'll see how we can get on in our first game of today. Continue that winning streak. So we see my opponent lead off with the Alolan Raichu and that Tapu Koko. The Tapu Koko will get that Electric Terrain up, but because we're slower with our Tapu Fini, we'll override that with our Misty Terrain, so we get rid of that speed boost from that Alolan Raichu. Things we need to be careful of. Obviously, they're both electric types, they're both going to threaten our Tapu Fini quite heavily here. Raichu does have Fake Out. I would imagine the Raichu would probably go for a Fake Out onto that Flygon because we do threaten with those ground type attacks. I think what I'm going to do here is just, I could be safe, protect the Tapu Fini, but I'd imagine we'll probably see, actually, yeah. I'm just going to protect the Tapu Fini here, and, no I'm not. I'm going to go for a Muddy Water, and just an Earth Power into the Koko. Because we should be able to take a Fake Out. No Fake Out coming out, so we do call it right. Catch the Tapu Koko, get rid of it. Really nice. Don't think the critical hit mattered there, unless it was Assault Vest, which then it's really unfortunate for my opponent. But we do take it out of the game straight away, and we do just get that Muddy Water off with the Tapu Fini into the Raichu. Do we get an accuracy drop? No accuracy drop, but we do threaten the KO on that Raichu next turn with our Flygon. And in comes that Golduck. So, what is going to happen here That Alolan Raichu is going to switch out. Pelipper's going to come in, and we're probably going to see an Ice Beam, or yeah, probably an Ice Beam into the Flygon slot. So what I'm going to do is just go for a Calm Mind, and I'm going to switch in. I don't want to switch in my Gigalith because I'm not going to switch the Flygon at all. If I switch the Flygon out, I'm going to switch out first. So I'll get the Gigalith in before the Raichu switches out for the Pelipper, so the Pelipper will get its rain up. So we want to avoid doing that. I'm just going to go for an Earth Power into the Golduck, get some damage off onto it. There's the Raichu switch. In comes the Pelipper. Get the Earth Power off, that Flygon. Do some nice damage onto the Golduck, and there's that Ice Beam. Now I could have preserved Flygon, switched in Nihilego, but I don't want it Sash broken just for nothing. And there's also potential that it might have launched a water type attack into that slot, and like I say, switching in the Gigalith in that situation doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to get my sand up, and then it means I'm going to have to switch out and then switch back in. So now I'm quite free just to switch in the Gigalith. Get that sand up, and we kind of force the Pelipper to switch out now if my opponent wants that rain back in. So force the Pelipper out, forcing that Raichu in. It's already taking some damage. We can get that Muddy Water off, get some damage, hopefully pick up the KO up onto it because we have got that Calm Mind, and just get some damage onto the Golduck as well. So I'm just going to go for that Muddy Water, and we'll probably get a Hydro Vortex coming out into this slot. So this turn, I'm just going to protect the Gigalith here. No, I'm not. I want to take it out, and I'm going to bring in the Nihilego. So there we go. Pelipper going out, Raichu coming in. We'll probably see a Hydro Vortex come out from that Golduck, possibly, and into the Nihilego slot. But we do have the Sash there, so we should get through the turn alright. Oh, but my opponent calling my bluff. Locking me into Calm Mind, which isn't ideal, but yeah, not great at all. But we can sit and just Calm Mind. I mean, I can switch out for Gigalith. Right. So my opponent here is pretty free just to go for a Fake Out and attack into that Nihilego slot. Which isn't ideal at all. And my opponent might switch out the Raichu again into the Pelipper. I think, what can I do here? I'm just going to go for another Calm Mind with my Finny, because it's not really too threatened with all these special defensive boosts that we're getting. And I'm just going to protect the Nihilego, because we don't know if that Raichu's got Fake Out or not. So, there's the Pelipper switching. Golduck just matching my protect. So what we want to try and do is keep Calm Minding, but get rid of that Golduck so we can get at least an attack off. Okay. Just gonna have to click into Calm Mind. So obvious to switch into Gigalith here, and we probably will take a Hydro Vortex into that slot. So what I'm going to do is just go for a... Sludge Bomb into the Golduck. There it is. So this will take us down to our Sash. And hopefully the Pelipper hasn't doubled into that slot. But I would imagine it probably has. We have to speed the Pelipper, which is nice. So we get rid of the Golduck. Okay. And there's a Hurricane from the Pelipper. But that's fine because they hopefully this Encore ends now. Does the Encore end? Yeah. So we can start attacking this next turn. Hopefully Raichu doesn't have Encore. That wouldn't be great. But we should have enough now with Gigalith to kind of close the game out. So we see how good that Encore was in the Golduck. It kind of really caused me so many problems when at that time I was like really on a roll, kind of moving in and out, and my opponent just smacked out on me. I'm like, oh no! It caused so much disruption, but we've managed to kind of maneuver around it. I'm not going to bother going for a Z move here. I'm just going to go for a Rock Slide. Ooh, so Pelipper. My opponent's got all the techs, and there's that Encore. No. Okay. But I don't think we're in too much danger. I think my opponent really needs to crit us now to get rid of the Tapu Fini. Right, just in case we see an Encore come out this next turn, I'm going to lock into a Z. I'm going to go into a Z move with my Gigalith. Yeah, we can't use Muddy Water, so I'm just going to go for Continental Crush. Because there's ever a possibility that the Pelipper might just keep wide guarding Raichu will lock us, then try and lock us into Encore, and then Raichu can slowly whittle down the Gigalith that way. So I'm just going to go for it. No Encore though. We'll probably see it double into critical hit. And a Scald, hopefully no burn. No burn. Brilliant. And we will get the Z move off, so getting closer. But now I'm thinking I should have probably done this into the Raichu, taking the option of the Encore away completely. Because if it comes down to one-on-one with my Tapu Fini versus the Raichu, can just keep locking me into that Encore, which isn't ideal. So we want to get ourselves into a position where we've still got Gigalith on the field and the Encore ends, so I'm going to protect the Gigalith this turn, and hope that the Encore does end this next turn. Oh, should I protect or not? Yeah, he's going to definitely T-Bolt into the Gigalith to get rid of it. He has to. Yeah. So we're maxed out with Tapu Fini. The Encore going to end, come on. I don't think it's going to. Where is it? Yes! Excellent. So we're free to just attack now. So I'm not gonna take any chances with moves missing, so we'll go for a Moonblast and we'll go for an Earthquake as well. I know we'll hit our Tapu Fini, but I don't want to risk the Rock Slide missing. There's a T-Ball into the Gigalith. Does go down. And the Moonblast coming out to wrap the game up. So, what looked like was going to be a really easy game. Those encores, my opponent really catching me out with those, making it really difficult. Very good game to my opponent there. But we managed to kind of squeak out a win just in the end. So we will move on to our next game and see if it can be a bit cleaner than that. I think as well, Sean there was getting way too overconfident, calling what was coming out, what was coming in, and then my opponent just really making that pivotal play there with the encore onto the Tapu Fini, completely shutting it out of the game, and then obviously having it with the Raichu as well, just carrying that on. I think having the Gigalith though there, and obviously the Nihilego with the Sash kind of made it a lot easier for me to disrupt the rain mode, weaken it, and I also had the sand that was chipping away at everything each turn as well, which did help. Ooh, and we have Food King to win, so I imagine this is Sean Tyso. He is a fellow UK VGC player. He hasn't been in the circuit too much this year, so it'll be interesting to see how he's getting on. He is running a team though: Pelipper, Oregon 2, Golduck, Pheromosa, Tapu, Koko, and Muk. So he does have that rain call that we've just played against, so it is raining here today, coincidentally, so kind of fitting for our episode, I guess. Oregon 2 and the Muk will be the trick room mode there we need to be careful of. Pheromosa and Tapu Koko are going to be the fast defensive mode, but Flygon can deal with those pretty nicely. Gigalith's really good here, to be honest, and Hariyama as well. If we can get the trick room up, so we definitely want to bring Nihilego, I think. I'm going to lead Hariyama, Nihilego. Do I need Nihilego? I'm going to bring Gigalith, and I'm going to bring Flygon as well. I was just thinking about whether I need Nihilego because he may go for the trick room himself, but I don't want to just rely on him bringing his Porygon 2 to set the trick room up. But Hariyama is going to be pretty important here if he does bring that Porygon 2, so we need to be pretty careful with it to make sure that we're not wasting it and letting it go down too early. So we do see him lead off with the Pelipper and the Golduck here. So what I'm going to do, just go for a fake out onto the Golduck, stop any big attacks this turn, and go for a Trick Room. We may say a Hurricane or a Water type attack come out from the Pelipper into either the Hariyama or the Nihilego respectively. Hopefully Hariyama could take a Hurricane, I'm not too sure. So there's a fake out, no protects coming out. And just a Scald, which should be onto the Nihilego. But you can't take that. No burn, which is super nice. And we get the Trick Room up. And activate the Flame Orb, which is more important. So, what are we going to go for here? We can close combat into the Golduck, but the Golduck probably can protect. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to close combat into the Golduck, and I'm going to just go for a Power Gem. Yeah, I'm just going to go for a Power Gem into the Pelipper. There's the protect. Solved. This one's the Nihilego. Brilliant. That's great. It's exactly what I wanted. Now I can bring in the Gigalith and we can just start really threatening everything. But we need to be very careful because we've not got too many Trick Room turns. We need to take advantage of them. So I'd imagine the Pelipper is going to switch out here. But I'm just going to go for a close combat and a rock slide. There's also potentially we can flinch the Pelipper. No switches. Do get the rock slide. Get the close combat into the Golduck. Hopefully we get a flinch here on this Pelipper. We don't want to be taking a hurricane. Its accuracy isn't 100% though on the sand, so there is a chance it could miss. It does miss. We get really fortunate there, so that's super nice. And we'll see what comes in. Is the Muk. So I think here I'm just going to go for a knockoff into the Muk, get rid of that berry, and just go for a rock slide. You should be able to clear the field of the Pelipper now. And once we get rid of the berry on the Muk, it makes it a lot easier to manage as well. We should be able to then take it down with, if Hariyama can stick around, with a close combat the next turn. So you do hit the rock slide, get rid of the Pelipper, get the knockoff onto the Muk. It's not going to be very effective. Doing so much damage though with that flame orb and a critical hit. Get rid of the Figgy Berry and Muk flinches, so we get super lucky, which is really unfortunate for my opponent, but you know, this is Pokemon and these things do happen. We've set the situation up for these things to happen, and that's a lot of the time when, you know, RNG doesn't go your way, it's because, you know, it's situational, isn't it? We can go into that in another time. So anyway, my opponent brings out his last Pokemon, the Pheromosa. So here we can just go for close combat into that Pheromosa. And actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go for a close combat into the Muk. And I'm going to go for a Continental Crush into the Pheromosa, which should be enough to take it out. Muk protects. Pheromosa protects. But we will be able to hit through this protect because of the Z move, so launch that off. I wonder how much damage this does. Should be decent enough, even through the protect. It's not that great. And I think we got one more turn in Trick Room left. One more turn. No, that was the last turn. Okay, so I should have been counting a bit better than that. We do have a Flygon in the back, so we're not too threatened. Just going to close combat into the Pheromosa. I'm going to protect my Gigalith here, just in case of a high jump kick coming out from that Pheromosa. And here's the Z move from the Pheromosa, all out pummeling. So hopefully it is into that Gigalith slot. But I'm not too worried at this point. Like I say, we've got the Flygon in the back. It's going to be able to come in, and it's going to be outspeeding the Pheromosa and the Muk, and we'll be able to finish the game off quite comfortably. We should be able to anyway. See a poison jab from the Muk. Hopefully we can survive this. No, because of those drops from the close combats. Unfortunately, it is enough to take us down. But I will bring in Flygon now. And I'm just going to lock into an Earth Power onto the Pheromosa, and I'm just going to Earthquake with my Gigalith, which should be enough to take down the Muk as well. The worst case scenario here is the Pheromosa protects, the Muk goes for a knockoff into the Flygon, and then things might get a bit dicey, but hopefully we don't see a Protect come out from that Pheromosa. No Protect, get the Earth Power off, this will pick up the KO. And we should be able to finish off that Muk with an Earthquake. There's the knockoff, what we were fearing. So if my opponent had done that, the next turn, Pheromosa would have threatened the KO onto the Flygon with potential Ice Beam or something like that. We didn't really have much option there because we don't carry Protect on our Flygon to burn the Protect because of the Scarf, so we were kind of forced just to go for that play. But my opponent did have that option there to go for that, but probably knowing it was a Scarf, you could make that kind of play in a best of 3 set. Anyway, good game to my opponent, and we carry on the streak. We got very lucky in that game though, but you know, like I say, it happens sometimes, and you set yourself up into situations where you're getting those moves off quicker, and they do have chances to flinch and things like that. Critical hits are always going to happen, so they do happen. You've just got to take them when you get them on your side, and then when you don't, it's not the best, but you have to deal with it. It's part of the game, and it's just about mitigating those situations where you're going to get the luck sometimes. And sometimes it can't be helped. But I'm going to wrap things up there, guys. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, please leave a like on the video. If you've got any questions about the team or anything that I mentioned at the very start of the video about all the things that are going on this weekend or the weekend coming up, do just drop me a question and I'll get straight back to you. But if not, go away, take care, have a great night, do whatever you're doing, take care of yourselves as always, and we'll be back tomorrow with an episode of our Battle Spot Double series, so really looking forward to that. We're going to carry on with that Charizard Y team, so it's going to be a lot of fun. But guys, take care of yourselves, and until then, I'll see you later. So, bye-bye!